Hello, all the beautiful souls out there. It's the reading for the full moon in Gemini, which is about to happen on Friday, the 23rd of November 2018. Here where I live, it's 6:39 in the morning, Central European time. So if you're living in the Eastern Hemisphere, it's going to be on Friday. If you're living on the Western Hemisphere, it's going to happen the day before, probably quite late in the evening, for those of you living in Americas. And it looks quite difficult when I look at the astrological chart. The main thing I see, except for the great opposition between the moon and the sun, which is always happening during the full moon, we also have the opposition between the moon and the Jupiter, which is going to be conjuncting the sun in a few days. And both the sun, the moon and the Jupiter are in T-square with Mars, which is in Pisces. So it creates lots of tension, I think, and it finds the reflection here in the reading. It can be very, very creative, I think, because the energies that I was given from the cards are the Ace of Wands, and I think this card reappears. I think it was present last month. I can't remember whether it was full moon or new moon, but I remember the card very well with this both two-faced lion here, and a kind of resistance in taking the new in. There's great resistance here. You can see it in the gesture. Then we have the moon, which is very much in place, and it tells me that this full moon is going to be a strong one. And we also have Seven of Wands, sorry, which is very white and wintry in the Aries Tarot. But look at the eyes of this creature. They are deep and understanding. And I can start from this card. Seven of Wands in this particular deck is very much about the white horse from the Chariot card, from the major arcana of Chariot. You have two horses in the chariot, the black one and the white one, and the black one is more mundane and beast-like, and this one is the divine one. I know it's not a horse, it's a wolf, right? But it's a very special wolf. It's a divine wolf. It's a wolf that does not need taming. It's understanding, and it's full of grace and goodwill. So it's about your will, the will of life, and the will of what you want to do with your life. And I would say easy directing the force of your will in a profound direction, I would say. So a very supporting energy. Of course, it's always about valor and courage and the ability to stand your ground and defend what's most important to you. When I think about the wolves, I think about the pack and being loyal and being very brave, and also being very much in sync with nature. Because wolves, of course, they are predators, but they do not kill for pleasure. They won't do this. They kill to live. So there's again grace in the wolf. It will never hurt anyone just for the sake of hurting and seeing someone suffering. So this is this kind of energy, doing what is necessary and being full of compassion, being full of charity and mercy, and being understanding and taking the high path, I think. So that's the last card. The first card is Ace of Wands, and I have the feeling that I was talking about it so much last time. What do we see here is a silhouette with bruised thighs. So it seems like he, she, they are after some kind of a fight. They look like they have fallen from the skies. Their wings are intact and they symbolize the sun. And this is the element of fire in its fiercest form, in its purest form. You can see the blue star, so the hottest kind of star, emerging in the womb of this creature. And as powerful as it is, it's not always welcome. I mean, it can be difficult to welcome this kind of fire within you because it's really burning through everything. It can be the truth appearing to you. It can be an urge that seems so strong that you may feel helpless in the face of it. That's why I think this person is kind of defending themselves and not really sure whether to welcome it or just try not to see it, or receive it with grace or receive it with anger. Also the hands are kind of defending, but on the other hand they are firing. Each finger is firing. Each finger is a candle. So there's great opportunity here to begin something new. But it can be very intense. And the moon, I think, is enhancing it all, also being the water element in this reading. So we have fire, fire, and water. And this can be fire. This can be Mars, I think, Seven of Wands, because as far as I can remember, it is connected with Mars in Leo. And Mars is in Pisces now. This is the Pisces card. So it's about deepest intuition. Not about thinking, not about doing. It's about feeling. Feeling deep inside your guts. This card is connected with tides. So what was covered with water perhaps now will be revealed. But some things may still be covered with murky waters, and you rather don't see them when the moon is shining. You rather expect them to be there, or you wonder if they are there. So it's a dangerous energy. You may be lost within this energy. Sometimes this card is called the night card, and it's dark during night. So overall, I feel it can play out in at least two ways. Let's start from the difficult one. I would say even negative one. It may be that this fire is too strong, that it's overwhelming, and it's putting you in a position of great vulnerability. It's too hot, right? And then it's even enhanced by the energy of the moon that can make you feel a little bit lost in all this. And it can, so it's like this card is reversed. and then this card is reversed, and then this one is reversed. It results in great anxiety within you. Sometimes it's even hate. It can be hate towards yourself, that you cannot really put up with the tempo. You can't really stand the high frequency, the high energy of this, which I wouldn't recommend. Even if it happens this way, be faithful to yourself, because you are also the wolf from your pack, right? You should be faithful to yourself, so don't hate yourself for it. Try to relax, try to say, okay, perhaps it's not the time now. Perhaps I'm not strong enough right now. Perhaps you've been through something difficult already, and now you just haven't regained your strength yet. There's no need to be discouraged by this. There's no need to be cruel towards yourself. But of course, it can play the other way. It can play in a beautiful way. When you feel the blast of this energy, the heat of this energy, and it's making you really open to your sensitivity, to your emotions, to your intuition. It builds up rather interest in what can be discovered here. It builds curiosity of what can be uncovered by waters. And you're ready to be the white wolf and to pull it towards the high path, the beautiful direction for you. So always use your best interest, always use the feeling you have. Always listen to yourself. It's very important to be in touch with ourselves, because when we are in touch, we know how we can create and cooperate with this energy. Whether we can jump up to this high frequency and we're gonna stand the power of this, or do you want to take it rather lower, the low key, and just enjoy it in a way we can, in the best way we can, and take as much as we can bear, really. All right? So now for the signs of zodiac, I started with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius receives the moon. So the energy of the moon is even stronger. And I had strong feeling, because this reading was done in my native language first, so I already know the first feelings I was having, the intuitions. Definitely something is revealed here. Something appears from waters. But I also have the feeling that something needs to be spilled. Like tears, something needs to flow here. Something is really pulled by the moon, because the moon is pulling water, and watery creatures we are. We contain mostly of water, right? 70% of water within us. So there's this great pull towards the moon. Something needs to be like drawn away from us. The part of the water needs to be taken and spilled, and can be tears, it can be sweat, it can be blood sometimes, it can be during sex, why not? It can be also creative action, like paints, for example. Play with water, Sagittarius. It will resolve the tension, I think. Capricorn, also major arcana, Judgment. So it's like you judge yourself or you are being judged. Perhaps I have a strong feeling that you have the need to compare this situation to the previous one. Perhaps the one from the month ago or 2 months ago, I can't remember exactly, when you had this Ace of Wands. But I feel it was given to you in a much more gentle way than today. So it may be a good time to to think it through, to think what you've been through. Judgment is always a promise of a new life. So think thoroughly, how can you use this primal fire energy, this condensed fire energy, for your greatest good, and how to incorporate it in creating something new for yourself. Aquarius, you have Justice card, so another major arcana. I had this feeling that winter signs are very much affected by this full moon, because all the planets are in the winter. Well, not all, but almost all the planets are in the winter signs. We have Sagittarius, there is the Sun, there's Jupiter, there is Mercury, then we have Capricorn, and there is Neptune, sorry, not Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, South Node. Then we have Aquarius, there's Black Lilith there. No, not Black Lilith, Lilith. And then we have Pisces, and there is Mars there, as I was talking before. We have Neptune, we have Chiron retrograde. So this third of the wheel of the year is very much affected now by the planets. So Aquarius has Justice, and it can be the balancing act. By taking this energy within you, perhaps something needs to be dried. I have this feeling that something needs to be dried up. Perhaps it was too wet, there was too much intuition, too much hesitation. Perhaps you were lost in something, and now it's all coming into balance. If you had one of those two elements that was unbalanced, water or fire, it's going to be balanced. It can also be that you just cut off the energy that you don't want in your life anymore. It's a great card for Aquarius. Then we have Pisces, and Pisces have Four of Cups. You can see by the way this person is sitting that they're not very open to new opportunities. So this Ace of Wands can be a challenge for you, I think. You may just say, and feel free to do this, I have enough. I don't need anything more. I see the opportunity here, but perhaps I'm not in the mood to do this. Perhaps I've been through enough. It's just enough for me. Okay? Then we have Temperance. Temperance is for Aries, and it's great. I think it's one of the best energies you can have. Of course, it's a Sagittarius card. That's the first thing. And all these beautiful celestial bodies, I mean Jupiter and Sun, they are now in the first degrees of Sagittarius, and they are trining your sign, which is great. So they really support you in whatever you're doing, and I think nothing is spilled here. You can manage this energy, this creative, fiery energy, but with a deep intuition connection. You can manage it beautifully without spilling a drop of it. And you can apply it in a way that is safe to you and to the ones you love. So really, really great card. This angel is absolutely by your side, and it's blessing you. Then Taurus. I also like the energy of Taurus. Another wand card. There are quite a lot here. And you just, you just stand on your shore and you just observe what is happening. What is happening to the world? What is happening to me? What's gonna come out of this? And I also have, again, great sense of safety for you here. It's like this energy is, it may be flowing through you, but you have this beautiful position that you can always step out of this without any harm to you. If you feel that it's beyond you, I mean, it's too much, you can always step out here. So we have 3. And 3 is very creative, so there's great potential here. But I think this Ace of Wands is not going to hurt you, and this Moon energy is not going to hurt you. Not this month. Now we have Gemini. And this full moon is in Gemini. So for Geminis, again, I think you are safe. And I think you're very strong, because this is your energy, this is our energy. And as the moon can reveal secrets, I think that there are gonna be secrets revealed for you here. Some truth appearing. And you may be very eager to have it, to say it, to uncover it. And you may be very happy to get it. That's what I feel here. And again, I don't feel it's dangerous for you. This energy is really demanding for the first 4 signs I was talking about. But then it eases out, absolutely. And it's also quite easy in your direction. It can be an important thing revealed here. But the truth is what's most important for you. You won't be hurt by this, I think. Cancer is doing very well. Again, the sense of safety here, stability, 4 of Wands, card of happy marriage, happy family, and happy home. Also a card of safe place, some kind of refuge created for darker times where you can always have your shelter. And there's also success here. So whatever happens here, it really doesn't touch you. It's like you're in the middle of this, because 4 is right in the middle of between 1 and 7. You're here and you're safe. You're safe within the moon energy, which doesn't really surprise me because it's very much your energy. It's the energy of water. And if we look at the picture of the moon in Rider-Waite-Smith, you can see yourself here, emerging from waters and welcoming the moon energy. That's why it's so good to be in this place for you. Beautiful. Leo, I think you can learn much during this full moon about your emotions, about your feelings, and how they create your strength. Leo is here to teach us all how to shine in the world. And during this full moon, you may really understand the power of your emotions and how they can make you stronger, and how they can build even a stronger image of yourself that is very much needed in the world. Each sign is needed. Then we have Virgo. Virgo has the Gemini card, the Lovers. And it's about choice. So I think especially for you, there's going to be a choice whether to take the Ace of Wands or discard it. Because you can always discard it. You don't have to do this. You don't have to begin anew. And you have a strong feeling that it's you who is responsible for this. And it's great. Because you're absolutely ready to take this responsibility this month, this day. So you can choose whether, I was talking about power. How powerful do you feel? Are you powerful enough to let this blue fire be incorporated within you or not? Because you can say, okay, I don't want this. I'm choosing not to use it. And it's perfectly okay. You don't need to take every chance in your life. There's absolutely no duty to do this, all right? Then we have Libra, and Libra is working beautifully. This is a very creative card again. We have 3 and 3 and 3 here, so much can be done in your case, Libra. You can work with people, having this energy of intuition connected with great fire. You can create beautiful things. You can create things of value or ideas of value. You can also really make a very stable and long-term basis. That's my intuition now, for further work. That's a perfect time to do this, to establish something that will prevail. And finally, Scorpio. Deep and intense Scorpio is really happy to dive into this energy, and it's no surprise for me. Mars is your ruling planet together with Pluto, so there are those oppositions here already present within your sign. So no wonder you're happy to feel this intense fire within you that is somehow fed by the watery energy of the moon. And I think not only you are happy with it, but you can also make others happy with it, make others co-create with you. So wonderful energy for Scorpio here. Yes, that's it. I think it can be a very full of fun time, and I wish you this. I hope you're going to have a beautiful full moon and a time after that. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in next readings coming soon. Bye bye.